In this video, this one is looking at the Akali. This is RollingGo in mid lane, and from what I remember from the game, this is a relatively successful laning phase. And so basically what we're going to look at is not like Akali mechanics, the laning phase or anything like that, but how we can utilize vision more aggressively in order to try to control the Hecarim. Because hindsight's 2020, we know the Hecarim is the reason that this game kind of gets out of control. So looking at the Hecarim and how we might have been able to shut that down is the goal here, which I have not watched this entirely. I haven't watched from this perspective yet, so I'm not sure if that's even going to be possible, but we'll see. So we get some good early harass on the Cassidon, and there's about to turn into a kill. He walks way too far forward, and he gets a little low at level 1, and that's going to allow a gank shortly, I think. One thing you may want to do against something that's going to have the heavy poke rest like this Q is instead of opening Corrupting Potion, open with the thing that builds into Magi's plus the 3-stack. There's a nice solo kill. Really well done. Okay, so we got a solo kill, and then we push this up and you back. Let's see, he misses almost the whole wave here then. So that's nice. Okay, so at this point, he's at 7 CS to 17. So you're really far ahead. You pick up the pink ward. Let's see where this pink ward goes, because that is what I'm really curious about. Okay, so for pink placement here, I would say, unless there's a reason you know of not to, I would rather see it back here, just because for a melee, you want to pull him as close to this side as you can, especially pre-6. So if you put it about right there, you can still get vision of the entire brush. So these wards are largely defensive, and while the wave is pushing towards you, I might not even... Let's back this up and see if this is the case the whole time. Yeah, since we know that the wave is going to be pushing towards you, and look, I mean, there's a crap load of caster minions right here. I would probably save this pink and not put anything down yet. I might have dropped the yellow here just for safety to play up against this side. But these visions, and I've said this to the other guy, these wards, and I've said this to the other guys as well, against Hecarim aren't going to do too terribly much because he's going to be running so fast that by the time you see him on the minimap, then you don't have a lot of time to create the space you need. I do think, though, that the Magi's, what is that item called? I can't even remember, but it's whatever builds into the Magi's, might be a good bet because it's going to give you the pots, or it's going to make your pots a lot stronger. Plus, you've already gotten 1 kill. You're about to get another one right here. So that if you know that you're going to be able to beat your lane opponent, that might not be a bad idea. Okay, let's back up here, see if this was preventable. So after we kill him, I probably should have stayed to help you push the wave. I'm not in a position to help right here. If I had been, then we could have easily killed him. So if I do something stupid like leave when the wave needs to be pushed, remind me that I should stay and help push that wave, especially if you're low on health like that. But again, that's where the ward is right there, because that ward saw him, but albeit too late. Let's take this and put it on all really quickly. Yeah, so back up 15 seconds. If you'd placed that ward somewhere where it could grant a little bit earlier vision, like right there, then we would have seen him. Let's see when he uses his E. Yeah, we would have seen him right when he used that E. You could have already been in the Shroud before he even appears. So yeah, against a Hecarim, this ward and this ward, unless we're going for a specific gank, and that's why we're pinking here, then it's probably better to put that up here. And this one either here or here, probably right here. Or actually, yellow's up here, pink's down here. Okay. All right, let's see what's next. So now we're on Merc Treads, and Amp Tome, 3 Corrupting Potions, and a Pink Ward. Let's see where this Pink Ward goes. Okay, so you are saving this pink with the wave pushing into you, which I think is smart. Plus you've already got a pink down, so you don't need to place it immediately. At this point, when you're 2, 1, and 0, and you're up like 20 farm, it might be a good idea to start, especially because Kassadin's about to hit 6, to start working with the jungler to try and get some wards to look at. Yeah, if you're able to go that aggressively on him, then yeah, we need to start looking at ways we can start camping the Hecarim, because Hecarim is only good if he is moving in from a distance. He's not particularly good in fights where you jump on him. So here, let's see, go hunting, pick up some pots or some health, and we don't find anything here, but we also don't drop any vision. Okay, so this invade is a big mistake. Let's see. You don't have any wards. Well, you've got a pink and I've got a pink. Both of us probably should have dropped our pinks in here to get vision on this Hecarim. Now, granted, his blue and Gromp are down, so he's probably not going to visit anytime soon. But it's 8, and let's see, it's 8:20. So yeah, he's probably not going to visit this part of the jungle anytime soon, which makes this invade kind of questionable to me. Like, I'm not sure why we were over here. This probably would have been better spent going up here. Since we already knew that the Hecarim had taken his blue and then ganked bot and used ult and everything, then we were safe to go up here and establish vision. So if we hit play and we see where Hecarim goes on the minimap, he's going straight back up towards that red. So the movement towards bot was I think a pretty clear mistake. And then I wouldn't have dropped that pink right with the Maokai there either, because that Maokai is going to come and clear that immediately. So both of us should have gone to the opposite side of the map and should have vision on this Hecarim. We missed the vision, so we lose the opportunity to invade, which we would have had, and we lose the opportunity to spot him before he can gank top. So another good kill on Kassadin, and then Hecarim's going to come in immediately. Okay, this is another time where deep vision probably would have helped out a lot. Let's back this up a little bit. Okay, so we're paused, and let's go to just our vision. So we see Hecarim top. Okay, so he's dead. And let's see. Your shroud is up at this point. So since you lost vision on that, since we lost vision on Hecarim top just a few minutes ago, and you're low, it might be a good idea to go ahead and pop your shroud if you see that's a possibility. Right afterwards, just to deny him the ability to E in on you, because the shroud is longer than that E cooldown, so that may be something you want to do, like keep the shroud safe after, or keep the shroud for after a kill. That might not be a bad idea. But again, this is also a very dark side of the map, and we could have had vision up here if we had gone there instead of roaming all the way up here without establishing any vision and without actually accomplishing anything. Okay, let's go back and speed up here, make you walk fast. Okay, so the follow-up to this fight is pretty good. Getting the kill onto him, and then getting the kill onto the Hecarim. But let's back up and see what's going on before this fight even starts. Back farther. Back farther. Okay, so you're walking up into lane here, and we don't have vision of Hecarim, we don't have vision on either side here, and the wave is right here, but it's pushing towards you. And you're able to kill the Kassadin, so you're playing aggressively right here, but we're really dark on this side of the map. I can see this as like you want to bait the Kassadin in because you've been killing him like so consistently. But I'm not sure that this is when I would put the pink here. Or where I would put the pink in general as well. Like, this pink is fine for Kassadin because I'm Mundo, so I'm slow moving in. Let's see. Bot is super pushed. Where is the Alawi? The Alawi is right here. It's go back and just freeze the mini map for a second. Okay, so because we don't know where anybody is, I should just start using F1 and F2. Because we don't know where anybody is, and you're sitting on this pink and it's pushing towards you, unless you're planning on making a roam bot, I don't think it's imperative for you to establish vision just yet. You might want to wait and receive this at the tower. If you can receive this at the tower, and then I would at this point say, like, hey, Mundo, I need you to get some deep vision for me, because blue doesn't matter to me, right? I can easily go up here and ward here, clear this out for you. But utilize me to establish this side of vision for you, or wait for it to come here and then clear this out so that you can go for a roam bot. Either way, but this is a very aggressive play based on your current lead, and it works out okay. Like, it ends up working out okay, but I don't think it needed to be. This was a little bit too risky, I think. So we've got the Predator mark. We know that much. That's a good hop over the wall. Good movement. Okay, we know what happens here. Kills, kills, kills. Kills, kills, kills. Good job. Kills, kills, kills. Good. Okay, so then this happens. I'm a big dummy. You pinged me off of this, I remember that. Okay. So more kills. The Alawi comes down. And again, so this pink has already been cleared out, so we're really not getting too terribly much value out of your pinks right now. So I'd say if there's anything to work on at this moment, I think it would be the location of the vision. Good kill again. Good run from Garrison. Because right here and right here, these are not particularly beneficial against the Hecarim. All right, let's keep going. So at 5, 2, and 2, okay, Hecarim comes in here. And that, I don't know if, I'm not sure if there was a time where you could have backed in there conveniently or effectively. We need to go back just a little bit more. Before Kassadin gets there, after the kill right here, this may have been a good time to back based on just when everybody died, because that fight lasted so long. So you had the health on your turret right here to go ahead and back if you wanted to. I think that might have been a good idea. And we also, okay, so we saw the Hecarim come in here again. We saw this happen. So when you see Hecarim coming in, which is any second now, there he is. Okay, so we saw him for a split second. You should go ahead and Shroud again. Just in that case. So that may be a back timing issue. That may be like a preemptive shrouding issue to deny the E damage, because that's where the bulk of his damage is. So they end up getting a decent amount of damage on the turret here. That's embarrassing. Alright, you've got Gunblade finished. I think now is the time where we can definitely start hunting for the Hecarim more. He's not super squishy, but I definitely think he's a pretty easy kill. So since we know red is coming up soon, then we should start dropping vision. I think we should start dropping vision where we're going to see him. So hang on to that ward, especially because the scuttle's up, so we can take the scuttle to give us essentially the same vision, and get vision either around here or up on this side of the map over here, so that we can start hunting the Hecarim, so to speak. So this is a long sort of chase that happens right here, and you end up killing this Maokai, which is good, but the time investment for killing that Maokai is super, super long. There's just a whole lot of time spent killing that Maokai. That's embarrassing as well. Also, there we go. So it does end up in a first turret, which is good, and it does end up in a kill, which is good, but it's probably too much time. And the reason it's so much time is because it was a blind hunt, right? We didn't know where anybody was. We didn't know which camps were up. And so you were hunting without having any reason necessarily to think anybody was there. We did have reason to think Hecarim was going to be on the top side, though, because his red was going to be up there. So save your ward. Don't put it in this pixel brush, not pixel brush, but this single river brush, which I'm pointing to. But that ward's about to die right now, and it hasn't seen anyone the whole time. So because Scuttle is up, and because you're about to walk deep, go ahead and save and put that ward really deep as well. Because again, we're hunting for the Hecarim. Let's see here. Okay, now you're moving towards Zonia's, which makes sense. Q clears waves pretty quickly now. Also, because we have first turret down, and because Kassadin doesn't take very effectively, this might have been a good time to go ahead and start roaming bot. Let's back up and see if that would have worked. Could you have reasonably gotten bot in time? Okay, so there you are. So if we look bot right here, then we can see they're pushing in. We know the wave's coming. This turret is full. It's a hard call because on the one hand, you definitely want to watch out for this. We do see the Hecarim bot though. I'm on the top side. If you had started running bot right now, they're going to kill this Hecarim anyway. We've seen this fight a bunch of times. This is really well done. You would have lost mid, but we might have been able to pick up kills on this MF and this Maokai if you'd started going bot. So in the case where you were mid, I was around here, we're going to get this. But if you had said, hey, come cover mid while I roam bot, be thinking about roaming bot, I guess is what I'm saying. Or be thinking about increasing your roam. Because at this point, killing Kassadin, not hugely beneficial because he's died so many times. And this is one of those times where we actually did know where there were going to be targets for you to kill. You could easily just crush this MF, destroy her instantly, and probably kill the Maokai as well. Let's speed this up. Good, good, good. Okay, so we're just about done with this sort of, I think, most of the things we could do here, because it's right after this terrible call by me to keep pushing for the third turret that the game goes really south. But if we're looking at the scoreboard right now, Hecarim has a ton of farm. He's 4-3 and 2. He's got his Triforce and his Predator boots, and his Cinder Hulk has been done for a long time. This is ridiculous. I shouldn't have died there. So if we're thinking about what to do effectively in the early game to have a little bit more impact on the overall map, it's placement of pink wards, placement of yellow wards, not going for the wards on the sides over here, but rather focusing on where to ward that's going to grant us vision of Hecarim, and then working with your lanes to make sure that you are, when you do roam, that you're not roaming into nothing where there's nobody over here, but you're roaming specifically towards people to start to leverage that advantage more. Because I think the ideal scenario here, and the one where we might actually win this game, is where we basically just create a terror on the map of everywhere they are, you are, and you're picking up all those kills, both on Hecarim and on bot lane over and over and over again. So I think that would be of some benefit to us. At this point, the Hecarim starts picking us off because of lack of deep vision and because I got picked there and stuff like that, which is just dumb. And there's a number of problems that we have moving forward from here, just sort of team-wise problems. But what we could have done to prevent the state of the game from getting into this point, beyond not continuing this dive over here, is probably trying to shut that Hecarim down a little bit earlier and leveraging the damage that we had, or the lead that you had on that Kassadin.